We just got done watching Agatha All Along, the series finale, and man, was this a fantastic 2 episode event. And again, I definitely understand why these 2 episodes were put as 2 episodes, man. I really appreciated everything that we got to get from this, and I feel like we got a lot of our answers that we were looking for when we first went into this series, and that was amazing. Starting the episode off, like the way that we started the episode off was fantastic. Literally, starting it off with seeing Alice straight getting, getting reaped by death. That was just one hell of a way to start this episode and let us know like what was going to be going on, right? Like letting us see how this would be, how this looks, by the way. So in the future, when we get like when we see, Nicholas Scratch eventually also get reaped, it has a similar look to it, right? We see death show up, we see them walk away, we see them go down to somewhere else, because it's over now. It's over, man. And it was definitely crushing to start it off with seeing, Alice like this, man, like in this mode. Bro, it just was really sad, man. It was just a sad way to start off this episode, and I just did not expect it. But when we continue to move on through it, after death actually does what death does, you know what I mean, which is reap. It was really I love this. I love the look of them going through the door and the door closing. That is awesome. And then we find out that this episode is titled "Follow Me, My Friend, to Glory" at the end. And to start it off yet again, seeing how crushed and how taken back Jen was by all of the things that just happened. She's like, "Yo, you just became my sister in the craft. You can't leave me now. I need you." It was one of those type of things. And that is exactly what we got to see here. Like we got to see the emotion happen in the best way possible. And I love how she basically I love how Jen and Billy get to do their thing together and talk and discuss things, and then how, later on we also get to see Agatha and Death talk and discuss things as well. And I mean, I think it's safe to say that Agatha did not get redeemed. Let me get a 1 in the chat if you guys think that Agatha got redeemed, and let me get a 2 in the chat if you do not think that Agatha got redeemed within this show. There was approximately 0 redeeming qualities about what was going on. So, that's just that. You know what I mean? So I really loved everything that we got to see in this episode, though, because it was masterful. It was masterful. It was done in a really crafty way of just bringing everything together. And just seeing them, just seeing Billy, just seeing everyone like kind of talk and just I don't know, bro. It was a really good way to start the episode. I was not ready for it to be so happy-go-lucky between Agatha and Rio. That's something that definitely had thrown me off. Yo, you guys are going crazy with the chats on this live stream right now. Let me you guys are hiding my own face, but. It was. That's what I really enjoyed. Yeah, we see in the foster. I was get to why you show my old stops. No, I hold on that answer. I'll be oh no, it will be oh ball. Or no, I run on and what's it? The library and sing Nick Yeesh. What gets the thing I think I man, so the one when I got a little break is that what? What? He's just being so every chance possible to turn on everyone here, and she did actually. Every chance Agatha got to turn on somebody, she took it. And the only reason why she wasn't able to turn on some people is because, well, they either had died already, they sacrificed themselves, or straight up Billy got in the way of it because he's a wizard. You're a wizard, Billy. And that was something that I just was not ready to see. I was ready because I've never thought that we were really going to see Agatha get redeemed in this show because she's a villain. She's a villainous villain that's been killing witches for literally hundreds of years, for decades and for hella long. And I just was not prepared for it, yo. And I love the way that Agatha gets this like raspy bark in her voice when they get to this point, and she's like, "Do you know what's going on? Then shut your mouth, teen." And she really gets mad, and she shows this other side of her that we really haven't got to see in this episode yet. And that was just nice to see her, be getting her villainous bag. And then it was also crazy to see how I didn't expect Jin to be here with them in this part. When we see these parts from the trailer, all we saw was Billy and Agatha. I think we might have. I think that the trailers for this show may have been the best non-spoilery trailers that we have gotten from a Marvel project, because they were able to show so much in that trailer to now if you go back and watch the trailer again, you can be like, oh, there was that moment, oh, that was that moment, oh, this was that moment, you know what I mean? But before then, you weren't able to do that. There was no understanding, there was no idea of what was going to actually be occurring within here, and now we really know, and now we can really see that they're absolutely cooking. Absolutely cooking with this show. And I love the way that can't believe that Agatha was actually behind all of the stuff about, Jin. That was pretty crazy. I didn't expect that at all. Poor Jin having to go through all of this stuff, when it was all Agatha. She wasted, like she said, like, bruh. Bruh, like, Agatha, look at Agatha. Agatha literally behind everything. It was Agatha all along for so many different things. Like, that is the answer to a lot of these questions in the show. It was either Billy all along or it was Agatha all along. So, any questions that you guys think we didn't get answered here, it was Billy all along or it was Agatha all along. That's it. There is no other answer. It's absolutely diabolical that she was behind so much that was going on, and how she kept her binded for the last 100 years. And I love the way that Jin immediately knows what to do, and then she starts going off and she does it. You have no hold on me. She does the ritual, she does the spell, and boom, she gets her power back. And I think it was such a beautiful moment to see her get her power back. I don't know who may have read Wheel of Time in the chat, but Wheel of Time has this thing that's very similar to this. And with the Wheel of Time magic system, the magic is like a part of their lives. So when they get severed, or when they get gentled, or when they get cut off from that magic system, it means so much more. It's like not having the ability to feel anymore, right? Like, and to see this raw emotion on her face as she gets her abilities back, it was just so powerful. It was such a touching moment. Episode 8 felt way more like a finale than episode 9 did, and I'm okay with that, right? I'm really okay with that, because I like to get all of these. I like that we got to have all of this stuff ramp up really high in episode 8. We had to really get things going, and then boom, we get to episode 9, and now we're actually on the come down, and we're able to kind of ride it out into the sunset. I think the show was constructed in a beautiful way, and I loved every part of it. Being able to see this moment between Agatha and Billy, and she, like, the way that Agatha just kind of looks up at Billy, and Billy's looking down at her like, I love just that dynamic between them. And even before we get to the ending, you can tell that they have a awesome mentor-mentee relationship, right? Like, it works fantastically. And then when we get to this moment of hearing Vision's voice for the first time in the show, hearing Wanda's voice for the first time in the show, and how it has little to no effect on Billy. That's something that also threw me off. I was not prepared for him to care absolute zero about his parents, right? I was not prepared for that. I mean, granted, they're both dead, so how could he, but still, it's crazy to see that happen, right? It was insane to see that happen. It was insane to see that go down. So here we are with Agatha helping Billy find his brother for real, and what a crazy moment that is. What a crazy moment is it to see Tommy, or the actor that's going to be playing, or whoever that is. And I think that we are kind of right about who it could be playing Tommy, just off of, I think they also did not show us who it was, so we did not get, like, stuck on, oh, this is going to be the person for it, because they're probably not having they probably don't have all of the contracts, like, 100% sold, but just making it very vague in the way that they did lets us know that now Tommy is out there in a body, which he was not before, which a lot of you guys in chat, I know a lot of you thought that Tommy was out there in a body already. Don't think so, and it didn't happen. Now we know he is in a body, and it's like, bro, we're cooking. We're cooking. Like, that episode 8 was just wonderful, man. And then when we, of course, seeing all of the callbacks again, seeing Agatha actively use the knowledge that her coven gave her, and then see the the poor people of Westview, like, bruh, ain't no way this shit is happening again. Like, bro, please. Anything but this. Like, what? Why do we have to keep going through this? But we get this really dope moment of Agatha getting all these callbacks to all the past trials that they've done and using them to her benefit in order to fight death, fight Rio. And I think it was really awesome that Rio really was not the villain in this show at all. She was literally just along for the ride. Like outside of Alice dying, like Rio wasn't really behind anyone's death, right? And she's, well, not Alice, but Lilia, right? When Lilia died, she died by the Salem Seven, who Rio sicked on Agatha. So that's kind of her fault, like in vitro. But still, she was not a villain in this episode. She just was who she is, the cosmic entity, Death, and Death gets what Death wants, my guy. You don't get to finesse Death for too long. You can for a little while, but when it comes down to it, Death will get she will get what she gets, man. And that was just I just wasn't ready for any of this, yo. I wasn't ready. It was dope to see the little fight between them. I really liked it. Like, it was just fire. It's Louisiana and with gallery here outside. Was it down here? Was it? He had over. Oh, let you in there. He have Nicky Woma or Yazi. Bazo Sheila now, Fino. Now, first, let's see here. There was no spare the Ningy Alf. You know, Gilly, Vakabach, go to the gallon in there. Right? And I think I saw someone during the watch party say, well, how the heck did Wiccan even get his suit? He manifests his suit very similar to how Wanda manifests his suit, the same way how when Agatha got her magic back, she manifests her suit. Like, magic people just manifest their hero costume or villain costume or whatever type of costume it may be. And I really, like, right in this moment too, it's like Agatha I'm pretty sure a lot of people nervous that even Billy, like, bruh, she's about to kill brother. She's about to kill him. And look at how she drains him. But I guess that also goes to show how powerful Agatha really is, right? Like, how much energy it'll take so much energy for her to actually get powered up because she's so powerful. So it's like having a 10-gallon tank and then you siphon gas out of a 1-gallon tank, right? Like, that's not gonna work. And I think that's one of the reasons why she's drained so many witches too, is because she's so freaking powerful. And to get that reveal of her as well, like usually I hate when they take away heroes' powers just to give them back. But damn, did they do it good in this show? Like, damn, did they do it good for Agatha, right? Like, they did a swell job of giving her, like, a re-origin story. It's not even an origin story. It's just like, I don't know. And I love the way that we tied up Billy's origin story into, you know what I mean, Agatha's origin story or re-origin story, or, her getting her groove back. It just works so well. And then this badass fight between Death and Agatha. Like, wow. Like, wow. Everything just works just in a swell way. It was just really dope to see them go back and forth and just do their little magic, and then Death is just chilling. Like, Death was definitely just big chilling in this episode, and that's something that I was not like, she was just chilling, bro. Like, I love the fact that Death does not care. She does not trip about nothing, and she just be like, well, peace out, A-Town down. And then immediately we see that it was all Agatha's plan to just turn in Billy anyway. Like, you heard him, take the boy. I did exactly what you asked. He was going to turn himself in. I got him to turn himself in. Now we can dip. And I have no doubt in my mind that is exactly what was going to happen if he had the manner. There's no way that she would have came back for Billy. She was ready to just throw him to the wolves, ready to throw him to the hounds, and just ready to go about her life with her purple, yo. You can see it right here as she does a amazing villainous smile. Like, look at this, look at that. Oh, what happened? Oh, but yeah, she cracks the just an amazing villainous smile. And then after she cracks that smile, I love the way that Billy immediately just starts talking to her in her mind because, bro, he's leveled up, obviously. Like, Billy leveled the hell up, yo. Like, Billy leveled up so much in such a short amount of time. Like, it's obvious that he is his mother's child, you know? Even though he doesn't claim her. Which I know that has a lot of people pressed. Wanda may be mother, but she ain't his, you feel me? Ha 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 ha! Like, look at how evil Agatha looks right here. I don't think she's looked so evil in the entirety of this show. Like, it's almost not real. It's almost not real. You know what I'm saying? It almost seems like it's not real how dope she looks, man. And then, of course, as Billy jumps into her mind and makes her feel bad about all of the decisions she's made, she, boom, goes for the kiss of death. Oh my god, this shit is pissing me off. Goes for the kiss of death, man, and takes herself out. And it's just like, brother, Agatha really did die in her own show the way a lot of people foreshadowed that was what was going to be happening. I mean, it's safe to say that a lot of people out here that was theorizing and thought they knew what was going on were absolutely incorrect, chat. Like, so many people were absolutely incorrect with a lot of their theories and things like that. So it was just dope to kind of go along. Go on the journey of this show and just see all the differences of what's happening with these different characters, right? And like the way that Agatha also turns into like a pile of just purple flowers, an assortment of different purple flowers, it just works so well. It just works so well, bro. Blossoming and blooming. And I just thought that was awesome. It was really cool to see the way that she just kind of, hey, you made a deal, you're going to that deal. Hey, I appreciate you for the super chat, our first super chat of the night. Let's see what you had to say. Let's see what you had to say here. I don't know where is it at? Where's chat? Oh, here we go. Agatha said she made Nicholas from scratch, and it seemed like she was already with Rio. Did Rio create Nicholas with Green Witch power? Oh no, I don't. That is a good one, but I don't think that is the case at all. I don't think that's the case of what occurred here. I think I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question, though. That's a good question. Because Rio definitely knew something was going on. I just feel like the father was, I don't know. It just seemed very interesting. It seems very interesting. I feel like there is a possibility for that to happen, but at the same time, it's like, maybe Agatha just took some, took some creative liberties. That's what I was gonna say. Took her own creative liberties with the baby. But I'm not sure. But it is a good question. It is a good question. And then it is a good question. I appreciate you for that super chat. Anybody else that wants me to deep dive into their thoughts, theories, or questions, just drop a super chat, and I definitely will jump into that, yo. But I don't think the Green Witch can. I don't think she can bring. Well, yeah, she can. She can kind of create life, but I don't know if it's in that same way. And it seemed like she was looking for Agatha for the baby, So I don't. I think the baby may have been. I think the baby may have been like Mephisto's or something like that. That's really what I think. Like, I don't know. It just seems. I don't know, man. I don't know. It seems definitely interesting. But we didn't see him have any, like, magical powers or anything like that. So he may have just been a normal, natural child. She may just have, bumped uglies with somebody and got pregnant. I mean, I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibility. But it's possible. And then we get to see his amazing parents, yo. Loving, caring parents. Yeah. What's all it? What's all it? Me, I gets no my. Yeah, yo, it's all it not. that they immediately are like, "Yo, you've been gone 24 hours. What happened? Are you okay?" Like, I love that. I love it, man. I love it. They're such good parents. I feel so bad for them. But I did love that realization of Billy actually creating everything. Because I said in my, if you go back and watch my most recent video that I uploaded, it's called Agatha Finale. Will it stick the landing? Will they stick the landing? I think that's what it's called. If you go watch that video, in it, I said that you can look at his room and take it back to a piece of everything that has happened on the Witch's Road. And that's true. I mean, that's what we got to see here. It definitely was that, you know? And I loved it. I love that. Like, I love that. Everything works so well. More circular storytelling within this narrative, very similar to how we got with Loki. A lot of circular storytelling there. But the circular storytelling in Loki was the Ouroboros, and the circular storytelling here was just circular storytelling, right? It wasn't a snake eating its tail. It was just, down, down and round we go. That was just the difference here, and I thought that was freaking fantabulous. It just works so well. And then of course, going into the episode, like episode 8 was fire. I loved episode 8. I definitely loved episode 8 more than I liked episode 9. I think episode 9 was a little bit too slow for for the last episode. That episode was too slow in my opinion, but I liked it still, and I understand why it could not be put before this episode, episode 8. Like, it makes sense. And titling it Maiden Mother Crone is also just beautiful. And I love the way that we get not even the origin story, because again, Agatha, we see from this already that Agatha has been around for hella long, right? Like, we already knew she's been around for hella long, but this really just textualizes how long she's really been, like, just alive and in existence. Like, 1750 is absolutely crazy, right? Like 1750, 1850, 1950, like she's been around for 300 years minimum, and it just looks, I just was not ready to see this beginning of Agatha's, life with her son, I guess you could say. Seeing her pregnant, seeing her run through the woods, which is possibly her running from death herself, which is absolutely insane. Again, there's just so much I didn't expect from this, man. I did not expect it, like, it was just wild to see her give birth and then see death in the back, like, just watching her, like, hey, sorry about this, but, like, sorry, but this is your baby gotta die, I guess, like, definitely interesting. I definitely didn't get why. I don't understand why Death was looking for her. Maybe the baby was already, like, maybe it was going to be a stillborn or something, like, very sad like that. Which, I mean, look at how sad she looks, right? So I think that's what it is. I think that her baby was a stillborn, but Death still gave her the option to have time with her baby nonetheless, right? Like, and that is definitely really beautiful and touching, but also it makes it even more sad. I don't know, man. Like, it's just so sad, bro. It was just crushing. She said, "You do this and I will hate you forever." And it's like, bro, well, you're just gonna have to hate me. She's like, "Yo, let him live. Let my love live." It's just like, bro, I was not ready to see her pleading. And I wasn't also ready to see Death be so sad about it. I can't let him live. I can offer only time. And she gave her time to be with her son, to love her son, to meet her son. Like, bruh, it's just so crushing in every way, because on one hand, of course it's sad. Of course it's crushing. But on the other hand, it's like, man, you're crazy. It's like, man, you're crazy. And then when she gives birth, she says, like, after saying hi to her baby, the extremely real baby, Like, extremely real baby, by the way. Like, that, which is crazy. Like, that was super sad. Yeah, she says you were made from scratch, so maybe she did try to make a baby, the like how Wanda did. I don't know. And maybe that's why Rio wanted the baby. The same reason why Rio was after Billy, because like that's kind of it's an abomination to the nature of life to create life in that manner, right? Like that is an abomination, especially to a cosmic entity. Cosmic entities be tripping off of the rules of the natural order. We all know this, right? So it was just so sad to see that going on, yo. Like that's just so sad, yo. Like everything is definitely sad. And then I mean, I don't think this is where Agatha starts her draining energy journey, but it has to be something like that, right? Because it definitely seems like Agatha is killing witches, draining witches, and having her son help her, by the way, because she's not that good of a person, in order to keep her son alive, to keep death at bay. She is killing witches, harvesting their energy, harvesting their power. She's taking their power and giving the bodies to Rio, which is pretty wild. Which is pretty wild, yo. That's just really wild to me, you know. And I just was it was so this was just beautiful. I think episode 9 would have worked so much better as episode 8. Just to be completely honest. Like this first part right here is how we should have started the episode 8, you know? And then like a little bit of things could have been switched around, but I still really liked it. I still really liked it, you know? This is fantably tubular-tastic. So I absolutely love the way she's just like the way that their little dynamic was, how they made the Witches Road song together. How sad is that? Like the entire Witches Road is something that her and her son made up. Like that's that is heartbreaking. That is crushing. That is sad. It's something that I did not expect. It's something that definitely broke my heart, and also a beautiful narrative. It's a beautiful narrative piece. It is a beautiful narrative piece for this show, man. For real. I just really could not believe it, man. I can't believe the things that they were able to accomplish with episodes 8 and 9 of Agatha All Along. I did like them both really tremendously. And it was wild to see Death just show up to Nicholas like that in the middle of the night with her green torch. Like, who would have thought that's what that moment from the trailer was? Is her reaping Agatha's son? Who would have thought that, right? And now we still don't. But so like we still have a couple of questions that are left unanswered from this show, and I'll definitely go into those as well. But like, if anything, this show did the did the due diligence to make Agatha even more not redeemable and just make her a character that's just out there doing things, you know? And it was just like this moment. Oh my god, seeing him wake up, seeing him obviously know that he's dead. Like that's also something that really broke my heart. Is like he knows something is up, you know? Like he knows something is up, down, left, and right. And it's just heartbreaking, man. Heartbreaking. You know? He kisses his mom. He's like, yo, Rio stops. Rio literally stops from reaping him and tells him to turn around and go give his mom some love one last time. It's just so sad, bro. It's just so sad to see that go down. That was just sad, bro. and to have her wake up and then her just to see the head of Nikki just sitting there, bro. And then she's like, Nikki? Like, bruh, no. Like, I was so not prepared for that. Like, my heart could not handle it, man. My heart could not handle this. Like, this is not something I thought we would be seeing in the MCU, bro. Like, not some this is crushing. This is crushing. There is no other words for it other than crushing. I just could not believe it, yo. Couldn't believe it, man. But you know, once we get past all of that sadness, and we see Agatha basically, her and her son basically created a myth so strong that it was told that everyone started to believe it. And then for the next hundreds of years, she continues, for hundreds of years, she continues to harvest the energy of all of the covens that she gets together and has been a part of. Like, that is so sad. Like, bruh. Like, what? And it's not like she was just doing this because she was trying to get Death back or she was trying to get in contact with Death to get her son. Like, nah. She was just having a good old time murdering people and drinking their energy. And she was literally going to do it to this coven too, because for some reason witches be tripping. And they be like, what you say? Like, they be ready to attack, bruh. And they were all ready to attack her, and that's what they were about to do. And then right then, we see the reveal that the Witch's Road is actually a real thing. And the realization on her face at this moment, immediately she had to know that Billy was actually the Scarlet Witch's son. Because there's no other way, you know? And only once she absolutely knew that Billy wasn't Nikki, that's when she was like, bruh, holy. And then they all run down the Witch's Road because Wiccan made the Witch's Road. Like, beautiful storytelling here. The way that they have been able to weave all of this together, you know? And then, of course, we gotta say it, Brad. Yo, Catherine Hahn was looking good in the white hair, okay? She was looking good in the white hair. You know what I'm saying? Crazy to think that that Iron Man, Tony Stark, was also reaped by Rio Vidal's death in Endgame. Like, that's crazy awesome, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy lit. That is just so cool, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that is so cool. But yeah, I love the way that she, like, talks to him and lets him know, like, no, you made the road, da-da-da-da, all these things. Like, even in death, she's still like, nah, I don't really care. Everybody was gonna die anyway. She was like, yo, well, you actually saved one person because I was gonna kill everyone anyway. Like, she was even gonna kill, like, right? She was even gonna kill freaking Mrs. Davis, who she still does not remember. She still does not remember, right? Like, whoa. A lot of crazy things were going on here, man. And then I love the way that Billy immediately is like, bruh, you are a terrible person. It's time for you to go in every way possible. Hey, yo, you know, like, every way possible, you got to get up out of here because you're tripping. You're not a good person. I should have never done this. Nobody likes you, and now I really don't like you. What was I looking for just now? Oh. You know, like, that all was crazy. But I love the fact that Wiccan can just now do magic better, right? The fact that he can just light these candles and just starts doing shit. He believes in himself, and he begins to be the Wiccan that we all know that he can be. And that was really cool. I really, really liked it. I liked it a lot. And I love the way he's like, yo, you suck. You're a terrible person. I'm banishing you. You got to get out of here. You're just not good. I love it. I love it, bro. Like it all just molds and weaves together narratively in a really beautiful way. And then we get all of it because he's like, "Yo, why won't you just die?" And she says, "Because I can't face him." And she slaps the thing out of her hand in the corporeal form or whatever the form she is in. And it's just like, damn, bruh, she's scared to face her son because of everything that because of all the stuff that she's put him through and just everything, yo, like, just crazy. It's just crazy, bruh. I wasn't ready. I just was not prepared for the emotional tug, the strings being tugged so heavily and emotionally. Um, it was just wild. But again, Agatha's looking good as a ghost. I like that she got her little brooch on her neck and stuff too. You know, like she is officially a ghost, and that's wild. I didn't expect any of this stuff, bro. And then I think it's just a amazing moment when Billy just takes all of his energy and uses it to close the gate. Not only close the gate to the Witch's Road, but also leave a beautiful momentum for all of the lives that were lost as they traveled down the Witch's Road. Man, so beautiful, so sad, so touching. I just can't even begin to express how good this show was from start to finish, chat. Like, I loved everything about this. And then we end the episode with them off to go find no who else but Tommy, right? Like, who else but Tommy? Like, bruh, so I just was not prepared for any of this. Yo, I appreciate you for the super chat, Laura Moser. Yo, I appreciate you so much. Like, I love the way that they open up the light up there and then they travel to go and find Tommy. Like, it works so well. This show is amazing. Okay, Laura says, what do you make of the Salem 7 if Nicholas Scratch wasn't involved? I think they were just kind of repurposed for the show, of course, just another repurposing for the show, Laura. I'm not too mad about it. I kind of wish that they didn't do it the way they did. They made it seem like they were going to be a lot more involved, a lot heavier involved with the show and with everything that was going to be going on. But unfortunately, they weren't. They weren't. They got to do the things that they got to do. We got to see them. They came, they saw, and then they did not conquer. They died. They did not conquer anything. They died. So that was wild. But I like the way that I like that they are the descendants of the other witches that Agatha basically killed first. The first witches that she took the power of back in Salem way back in the day, right? Because she's basically been stealing witches' powers ever since then, right? Which is absolutely diabolical to think of. But, I think that really worked together in a good way to let us know that those witches were hunting for Agatha, and that's it. That's just cool. I like that. I like that a lot. I think it worked together. I think it worked really well narratively for the story, but I wish that they would have changed it a little bit in a different way or something, I don't know. I don't know, man. But yeah, you know. So that's the vibe of that. I definitely appreciate you for the super chat, guys. You can drop all your thoughts, theories, and questions in the comment section down below. And if you want me to for sure get your comment, read your whatever, then just all you got to do is send a super chat, and then I will 100% deep dive into your comment, read your comment, and be able to highlight it for everyone else to read as well. So those are all of my thoughts, theories, and opinions for this finale, and I really want to know how you guys felt about it too in the comment section down below.